saying is that this blood, this language, writing it down, your intent. You don't know how you're gonna, like people say this blood over will thing. You say, I will do this, but you don't know how you're gonna fucking do it. You intend to do something. I don't know how I'm gonna do certain shit, but I intend to do it. So I know that these demons, like I tell you, I don't care if it's a demon, an angel, a god, or whatever it is, they don't have blood of their own to spill up. This has to go. You've got to beat the city skull. The most powerful substance in the universe is your blood. It's a blood sacrifice. I don't care if it's just a little pinprick, if it's a boo-boo from work. You've written down very specific shit that if somebody picked up a piece of paper, they would phonetically sound out of their fucking mouth, I intend to be whatever it is you fucking wrote down. You know what I mean? For you to write anything past that, it doesn't make any sense. I tell you clear up. I only write very specific. I intend to bring forth heaven to read the sword of blood. Get everybody eternal life. Pass into Garden of Eden. Forgiveness for their filthy souls. For you to go past any of this type of shit, I'm telling you, is the devil. Nobody around me would think to write anything other than the shit I told you. Because it's got to be completely selfless. The proper application of this force is selfless. So, when I say people have a language virus, they have a time virus, they have God virus, they have mortality virus. Listen, I can go on and on and on and on. They got
shoe virus and all this stuff.
Cold fear virus is the perfect thing. Like when I say, look, people say you have ads on your channel. That doesn't cost you money, and I give all the money away to the people that are helping make YouTube. How do you get these guys to jump to make these videos with me doing plumbing shit? It's that I'm giving all the earnings to them, and I'm buttering them up just to throw out stupid phrases like "hell buy" or whatever. You know what I mean? And you see how I was in the last video saying very specific shit because that shit was placed into my head, like my boss sitting down. If these fuckers can't pull a tape measure off a wall and make a fucking mark, and now all this shit's got to be moved over. Come on, it makes sense. We can rub it in your face. He's empowered me to do certain shit. And what I'm saying is this type of thing. This virus is not. I don't have a language virus. When somebody around me who you consider to be important, like a boss, a wife, a friend, or whatever, when they see what can I get? They get my head. I bow down like I'm a Chinese fucking person. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is I literally do what? I bow down before people that are around me, and I give them this type of focus of, don't you dare ever say I love you around me. If you say those, I'm gonna fucking shove it. Everybody around me already knows what it means to say that shit in reverse. It's just, you know what I'm saying? People around you don't know that shit. They're all language virused up. They have monkey virus. They really think they want to evolve floating through space as a monkey. They genuinely believe that they're an accident. There's no way that they can grasp the reality, the real reality. Like when I say, you still think I'm fucking crazy, and I'm telling you, the devil who's standing down the what? What is it? The Holy Spirit. The only reason I can see this shit is because I made a blood sacrifice. And now I'm allowed to see it. It's like at this point it becomes a funnel. We're being called home. I'm gonna be like the first rain that goes through the fucking the funnel, and then everybody's gonna come pouring through. It's gonna be like an avalanche where nobody can stop. It's not that it costs you anything. I'm gonna get myself to the location in a nice new ship with everybody, and then with that power, because nobody can step across the gate first. If they could have done it, they would have done it already without asking you for a fucking penny. Yeah. I'm telling you. Do you think it costs lots and lots and lots of money to do something that this is your birthright? For anybody to even suggest that this could go down the path of worthless paper money, yeah, person, that isn't God's money. Yeah. This is so over their head. There's no way they can comprehend this shit. They still don't believe in a creator. I'm telling you, you're being watched non-stop 24/7. The creator knows every when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake, knows if you've been bad or good, so you better be good for goodness sake. You know, Santa comes down to shoot into fire, and you better have some milk and cookies left there, right? We're going to the land of milk and honey. This language, all this shit, this songs, ring around the rosy. It's that when I say people have this language where they can't see basic shit, like the vowels and the exclamation points and all the symbols. You think all this shit's an accent? They just make it this specific way and this way, and it all comes together like a figure eight if you put the candy cane and the question mark together. And what I'm saying is that you're on that chessboard right now, that mythical chessboard. You know, that sun above your head is conscious. It's a living, conscious being. That sun, you know what I'm saying? That sun. I tell you, where does Satan get all this power? I look at the sun and I say, very specific tones I throw at the sun. I'm your man. I'm here to bring forth heaven and earth in your name. And I remind you often to get all my power from where? The sun. It's like, you see what I'm saying? That is not an accident. That is the collective consciousness of the whole. So, for you to go, like, what I'm saying is that
This is
it's a hot day and you don't look at the sun and speak your intent. That's your Mithra up there. That's Apollo. That's the I'm telling you. That's that mythical being right there watching us all, paying attention, taking notes, taking fucking names. I'm telling you, it's like, picture yourself, it's like a record with the sun is like the needle on the record, and you know, it's playing a specific tune, and that tune is being played because somebody stepped up and is saying very specific shit to that sun right now. Like I said, I hope everybody plays dumb and plays stupid. It's just, I don't see how anybody can not play stupid. They don't have any chance of catching up to this intelligence at this point. They still have to get over the hump that they're not an accident, and they're not floating on a ball through space as a monkey, and that there is an exit, that there is a prize. You know what I mean? For them to even grasp this kind of stuff, they still got to come to terms with the flat Earth type shit, and they don't. And that every compass is attracted to the opposite. So the north side of a compass is seeking a south pole. You know what I mean? This type of stuff. You know, they're worried about 5G cell towers and shit. What the fuck? Sorry. You know,
I just don't see how people can get there like any other way besides like divine order.
they have viruses. You're going to need to eliminate your viruses first because, you know, you have this, like when I remind myself, and this should flip people out because I say, you know, this drinking of the vagina blood, I remind you often, it's the elixir of immortality. It gives you the eyes to see shit nobody's going to see. So, you know, that flips you out.
Yeah, that's where it's all going.
And that flips a lot of people out. And I want to flip you out because, look, nobody's going to go, people get flipped out. I know it flips you out. I mean, come on. I know it flips you out. How is that flipping you out? This is the elixir of immortality with healing sniffles or whatever. This concept of having to harm people, to bite their neck or something. No, you need to be in some sort of, you know, holy type of relationship with another person. It's like the cell. It's like a cell splits, you know, it's one cell and it splits into its, you know what I mean? It creates, and it expands. This is like, what I'm saying is that there's something mythical about this whole thing, and people don't even want to research it. It was reserved for kings and, you know, someone who would be stepping up as Satan. This is the type of thing that's reserved for Satan. So when they show you Satan with the fangs and shit, what I'm telling you is that, you know, this is the funniest shit. You know, when people go online looking to how to become a vampire, you know,
It's only meant for like Satan to laugh.
You should not be laughing your fucking, after you learn this shit, how could you not be laughing? Why would somebody harm someone else with all these women out there bleeding through their vaginas, this mystical stuff? Your neck doesn't bleed out mystical shit. I know you donate your blood and shit, but it's not the same thing. And what I'm saying is that we're going to be bathing in this vagina blood of the earth. This is not an accident. The fact that I was brought down this road to begin with shows you something. That if I'm telling you about it, you know, and showing you how ridiculous people are that they would be flipped out by this, doesn't make any sense. I mean, you never went down to your girlfriend that time of the month. I mean, this is like crazy stuff. So when you see, like they say, Jewish people or whatever, it's like you can't have sex with your girlfriend for 7 days after her period so that she's purged of this what they consider to be like a horrible mess coming through her. This is like the grossest thing to me, that they would even suggest this type of shit. How could you? I mean, it's just everything that you've ever been told is a lie. So this is like everybody's so. I'm telling you, there's no way anybody can catch up. So, look,
that's what I think.
People I don't think anybody can catch up. I mean, I got a list of shit here. All I see is monkeys, really cockroaches, and it's for good reason. Because, you know, once you hear my voice and you see, I'm not joking around. I'm standing on blood, and then you don't get behind this. Then it's like the left-hand path with the right. I'm selfless, trying to bring everybody to eternal life, build this shit, heaven, and you're thinking this all about you. You just want to increase your wealth, you want to increase your power, or something like this. You know, like I said, to be a king would be like the one guy in the kingdom who doesn't have a fucking crown on his head. And if he's got a castle in the court, when somebody goes into that court, they cross that fucking door. I don't care who it is. The first person that greets them is the king. What I'm saying is, both parties' feet should be kissed by the judge, and he should be swearing on his blood. I intend to be selfless about that, motherfucker. Yeah, you understand?
Yeah,
How could he judge if he's not gonna do it? How could?
It's just that everybody's distracted with like all the viruses.
Listen to me very carefully. It's that before you can be a navigator of a ship or a captain of a ship, you need to spill your blood over your written intent that you intend to bring all the souls on that ship's manifest. The souls need to be brought back home safely. Point A to point B. A soul gets on an airplane, a boat, a ship, a car, whatever. Once it departs at that point, you know, you're in the captain's hand. That ship could be lost at sea, a plane could fall out of the sky. What I'm saying to you is that the judge, you step across the gate as you're stepping onto a ship. The judge is the captain, he's also the priest, and he's also the judge. If you stump a judge, he'll leave the courtroom and he'll come back as captain of the ship in full attire. And if you stump him again, where he has nowhere else to run, he'll run to his room and he'll come back in a full new attire as a priest. Full, completely new attire. If it takes him 10 minutes, 15 minutes, when he re-enters the courtroom, and he will be in a whole new attire. He'll go from judge to captain's attire, like you see in a boat, to a priest. Okay? Like, you're out at sea, you want to get married, you'll have the captain marry you at sea. The captain can marry two people at sea, right? You get married at sea by the captain of the ship, or something. Show it to him. What I'm saying to you is that this authority that's handed to people, you're on the high seas right now. It's that the gold fringe around the flag at court and at your school and at your government buildings is showing you that you're in a foreign land right now, that you're on the high seas, that you have no rights as such. Rights are not something that are given. Right? It's something that you take. It's not, you know, it's, you know, what I'm trying to get across is maybe what we can really get out of this video was a couple. I see everybody so far gone down the virus path right now. I know I could probably scream out all this shit for a couple of years. You know, people are gonna laugh it off. This, when I say 140, other people, you needed the 144,000. Yeah. I didn't need the 144,000. I'm the one opening the book. I'm getting out of here alive. Bet your fucking ass on it. I didn't take anything from anybody. I don't owe anybody anything. You can say, I said to this or that or whatever. You got nothing to cling to. All I did was give you truth this whole time until you stand thick in truth, fill up this book of life. You're going to get here and it won't cost you anything. If you don't do that, I'm going to take over the universe by myself and fuck everybody in the best way because it's legally mine.